NKTelco Sports. We are here at Anna High School to bring you high school softball action where the Marion local Flyers take on the Anna Rockets. Tonight's game is sponsored by Minster Bank, Sweeterman Pharmacy, Keyhole Pizza, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, Hometown Opportunity, Francis Furniture, Wilson Health, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, NKTelco, NKT.TV, BowlerStore.com, Carriage Works, Cy Sweeterman, Fowler's TV, Koke Plumbing and Heating, PSG Automotive Outfitters, and First National Bank. Welcome everybody, we're here at Anna. This is Ron Cruzy. We'll be bringing you today's game, Marion local and Anna. Very overcast day today. We won't have any trouble with sun in their eyes. And there's a strike thrown by Anna's pitcher, number 9, Elena Crossan. Leading off for Marion local is Emily Neatfelt. She's going to be playing first base. She's going to be followed by Sam Marion and Rachel Parrington. Marion local comes in today's game with an 8-11 record. Their last game was against Tri-Village. They won 8-5 on a 3-run walk-off home run by Brooke Harding. Our keys to the game today for the Marion local Flyers: they need to keep momentum and they need good defense. Our key to the game is brought to you by Keyhole Pizza, and there's a ground ball down the left field line, and Neatfelt's going to go into second standing up, and she tripped over the bag and was tagged out there by the second baseman, Brielle Collier. So unfortunate for the Flyers there. She went in standing up and accidentally tripped over the bag. You don't see that very often. That's going to bring up Sam Marion. She's the catcher for the Marion local Flyers. Takes high and outside, ball 1. So right away, a player in scoring position is erased. There's a pop-up right behind the plate, and out of play over the backstop. And that's going to even the count at 1-1. Got a little bit of a breeze here this morning. Probably 5 mile an hour or less. Coming in from left field. Marion takes a ball. 2-1. There's a foul ball out of play. Be a full-time job wiping the ball off, as any ball out of play in the grass is going to be wet. Maybe even a little mud on it. Marion swings at a high pitch that time. Fortunate enough to foul it off, so the count goes to 2-2. There's a ground ball in the hole, and that's going to be a base hit. for Perron. So Marion, if they wouldn't have the unfortunate put out there at second base, would have runners on the corners, but not to be with one out, runner on first base, and that's going to bring her up Rachel Parrington. She's the shortstop for the Flyers. She's going to be followed by Ashlyn Bowman. Across the infield for the Rockets, we have Brandy Weber at third, Olivia Place at short, Brielle Collier at second, Nyla Crossan at first. Out in the outfield from left to right, Taylor Spence, Carrie White, and Carissa Edwards in right. The battery is Maggie Stiffel behind the plate, and Elena Crossan on the mound. So the count goes 0-2 on Rachel Parrington. There's a ground ball foul. And again, that ball probably is going to be wet when it comes back in. The field is in good shape here. It's not muddy. Doesn't seem to be sticking to anybody's cleats. When they limed it, it didn't stick to the limer's wheels. So field is in good shape. There's a fly ball to left field. And a running catch coming in. That was Taylor Spence with a nice catch. So 2 out. Runner on first, and that's going to bring up Brooke Hardings. As I said before, she's the one that hit the 3-run homer last night, a walk-off homer against Tri-Village on an 8-5 victory. There's a ground ball back to the mound, and that's crossing over to Stiffel, and that's going to end the first half of the first inning. No score here at Anna.
NKTelco Sports. More than 140 local high school and college games. Football, basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, and soccer. Support your local team with NKTelco Sports and promote your business to 250,000 households in Northwest Ohio. Call 1-888-NKTelco and get in the game.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Okay, welcome back here at Anna High School, where we have a no score, and we're in the bottom of the first. For the Rockets, we're going to have Carrie White leading off, followed by Olivia Place and Taylor Spence. And for the Marion Local Flyers, in the infield, we have Emily Mesher at third, Rachel Parrington at short, Olivia DeMange at second, Emily Neatfelt at first. In the outfield from left to right, Haley Wilker is in left, Brooke Hardings in center, Ava Rose in right, and the battery is Sam Perron behind the plate, and Ashlyn Bowman is on the mound for the Flyers. The Anna Rockets come in at 9-7 on the season. Their last game was against Russia. They lost 8-3. So they're looking to turn things around here and get on a winning streak. There's a pop-up right over our head and out of play. There's a dribbler out in front of the mound. Bowman picks it up, and the throw is late to first. So you have Carrie White with a base hit, single, just a little dribbler. Still counts. So she opens up the ball game for the Rockets on first base. That's going to bring up Olivia Place, the shortstop for the Rockets. It's a ground ball to short, over to second, that's one. No throw to first, so a nice play there by Rachel Parrington, getting the hard grounder, getting it over to second for the first out. It's going to bring up Taylor Spence, the left fielder for the Rockets. So 0-0 here in the bottom of the first. There's the ground ball to second base. Over to the second out, and the throw is overthrow. So Spence is going to make it to second base. So we have a 4-6 put out with an error on the shortstop, and that's going to put Spence on second base. And that's going to bring up Elena Crossan, the pitcher for the Rockets. So a base hit here, we could have our first run of the ball game. Crossman takes one down the middle, evens the count at 1-1. There's a fly ball right center field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. And that's going to score a run. And Crossan goes into second base with a stand-up double. So 1-0 Rockets. So now a runner on second base again with one out, and that's going to bring up Randy Weber, the third baseman for the Rockets. That was a nice piece of hitting there by Elena Crossan. Went with the pitch, lined at the right center field. Nobody there. So 2-0 count on Brandy Weber. There's a little line drive back to the pitcher, and that's the third out. So here, after one inning of play, it's the Anna Rockets 1 and Marion Local 0.
Minster Dental Care continues to offer advanced dental technology in a state-of-the-art facility. Our professional team offers experience in general dentistry and orthodontics, including services such as CERA and wireline orthodontics. Board-certified pediatric dentist Dr. Philip Slankowski ensures our littlest patients have a positive, safe, and a comfortable experience. We are unconditionally committed to excellence in everything we do.
Brand presence is everything. Is it time to create a video that promotes your business? NKTelco has the solution with NKT Productions. NKT Productions can create a national caliber commercial or video specifically to your business needs and demographics. Utilize NKTelco ad insertion and your video is made available to 6,000 plus subscribers in 8 local communities on 23 major networks. Take advantage of the overwhelming traffic that video gets. Visit nktelco.net for more information.
So we go into the top of the second inning. The Rockets out to an early 1-0 lead. Let's go through the lineup for the Marion Local Flyers. Emily Neatfeld was the leadoff hitter. Sam Marion, followed by Rachel Parrington, Ashlyn Bowman, Brooke Hardings, Olivia DeMange, Haley Wilker, Ava Rose, and Allison Frank. And to lead off here in the top of the second, we have Brooke Hardings. She's going to be followed by Olivia DeMange and Haley Wilker. There's the foul ball off to the right over the first base dugout. There's a ground ball to short, gets through. It'll be a base hit for Brooke Hardings. Olivia Place went to her right, got down on a knee and couldn't come up with it, but hit hard enough. She would have had to make a very good play to get that to first base in time. Olivia DeMange at the plate for the Flyers. There's the bunt attempt. Bunted through it, going to be strike one. Now the third baseman, Brandy Weber, comes in a few steps. That pitch is high and over the catcher's head. And Hardings is going to go to second base on a wild pitch. So the Flyers get a runner at second base, nobody out. Squares the bunt this time, pulls it back, and there's a wild pitch again. It's going to move Hardings to third base. So some of this might be due to a slippery softball. Every time it goes in the grass, it's going to come back wet. That pitch is high. 3-1. The infield is playing in, so it'll be a possible play at the plate. There's a bunt attempt. That's going to be foul. Count's going to go to 3-2. So they tried to squeeze that runner in. There's a swing and a miss, strike three. Throw down the first, out. So that's the first out here in the second inning. It's going to bring up Haley Wilker, the left fielder for the Flyers. Left-handed batter. Infield is still in. Second baseman Collier is back just a couple steps. Big hole up the middle. To get it past the pitcher, definitely going to be a base hit. That ball is low, bounces in front of the plate. A good stop there by Maggie Stiffel. going to make the count 3-0. So I would assume that Haley Wilker will be taking this pitch. There's a strike, 3-1. Now she has to look for one in her area she can hit. Nice swing there. Fouled straight back, make it a full count, 3-2. There's a ground ball to second base, over to first, and that's going to be the second out. But Brooke Harding scores, and that's the Flyers' first run of the ball game. So a 4-3 put out gives Anna the second out of the top of the second inning. It's going to bring up Ava Rose, the right fielder for the Flyers. Bases are clear. Well, it almost seems like the sun is, I can almost see something that looks like a sun. There's a fly ball down the right field line. That's going to be foul. So get a different soft ball, dry that one up a little bit. There's another foul ball. 1-2 is the count on Ava Rose. There's off-speed pitch, and that's strike 3, but throw down to first, not in time. So Ava Rose reaches first base. Maggie Stiffel just couldn't handle that. That ball bounced in front of her off her glove, and by the time she corralled it and threw it at first, Ava Rose is standing on first base. So the Flyers get another base runner, and that's going to bring up Allison Frank. She's the designated player. So a little bit of wildness by Crossan. Frank is the 9th place hitter, so will be going to the top of the order if she can get on. And that would be Emily Neatfelt. So 1-1 here on your First National Bank Think First scoreboard. That pitch is high. So that she draws a walk. That moves Ava Rose to second base. And the top of the order for the Flyers, Emily Neatfelt. She hit a ball out to, had a base hit actually, to left field. Went in the second base, and there she popped it straight up in the air. And Crossan hauls that in for the third out. So after 1.5 innings of play, it's the Rockets 1 and the Flyers 1.
The big game is right around the corner. Are you ready for it? Come into Francis Furniture and find the right fit for you and your friends in our Lazy Boy Comfort Studio. With Lazy Boy Premier sofa and sectionals, you can custom order a look that's just your style. Choose from hundreds of decorator fabrics or choose genuine leather for its luxurious feel and durability. Come into Francis Furniture today, the area's only Lazy Boy Comfort Studio.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique, in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Okay, for the Anna Rockets here in the bottom of the second inning is going to be Carissa Edwards, Nyla Crossan, and Brielle Collier here in the bottom of the second. Edwards takes the first pitch as a strike. She's the right fielder for the Anna Rockets. There's a swing and a miss, strike 2. There's a nice off-speed pitch. And we have Marion throwing it down to Emily Neatfeld at first base for the first out of the inning. Going to bring up Nyla Crossan, the first baseman for the Rockets. Swing and a miss. There's a line drive, center field, a base hit for Nyla Crossan. So she's on first base with one out. Ball went back just as fast as it came in. Bowman has that off-speed pitch. That wasn't that pitch. The strikeout pitch of Edwards was the off-speed pitch. That one was just a straight fastball, went right back over her head. The old chuck and duck pitch. So we got Brielle Collier up, second baseman for the Rockets. Swings at a high pitch at 0-2. That was a nice pitch. Didn't miss by much. Kept it low and outside. Might be looking for the off-speed. There it is, the off-speed pitch. Breaks the hitter's timing. She's way out in front of that. Barely got the bat on the ball, but was fortunate enough to foul it off. Let's see if Bowman wants to come back with that. Nope. So, second strikeout here in the inning for Bowman. It's 2 outs, brings up Maggie Stiffel, the catcher for Anna. Takes one high and outside for ball 1. So 1-1 here in the First National Bank's Think First scoreboard. There's a foul ball straight back. It's 1-1. There's an off-speed pitch again. She's got a nice, keeps them off balance with that slow pitch. Seems to have good arm movement. There's a foul ball over the third base dugout. The count remains 1-2. So this would be a good place for the off-speed pitch. Nope. Feeding you the fastball there. Fouled it off. You can't go up there looking for that slow one because next thing you know, that ball will be right by you. So you got to go up there thinking fastball and then make the adjustment half on the pitch. The ball high and outside. So that's going to even the count at 2-2. Oh, took one right in the helmet. She's all right. So that moves Nyla Crossan to second base. And Stiffel goes to first base on hit by a pitch. You're going to see the replay of that. She just ducked right into it and right off the helmet. So that's going to bring up Carrie White, the leadoff hitter for Anna. She singled in the first inning. So a base hit here possibly would score the runner from second. That would be Nyla Crossan. Nice swing, fouled straight back. So the count is even at 1-1. That ball's going to get by the catcher. That's going to make the runners advance. Cross into third. And Maggie Stiffel goes down to second on the wild pitch. So there's two possible runs out there now for the Rockets if Carrie White can come through with a hit. Takes it high. So the count 2-1 on White. There's a strike. Kern unable to handle it, but not far enough away for the runner to come in and advance. So full count here, 3-2 to White. There's a line drive center field. That's going to drop in there for a hit. That's going to score 2 runs for the Rockets. So White comes through with a base hit. And the Rockets now lead 3-1. As Nylan Crossan scores, and so does Maggie Stiffel from second base. That's going to bring up Olivia Place. And we got a discussion here. Coach Moeller comes out and talks to the base umpire, and now the two officials are going to talk it over. Home plate umpire and the base umpire, and we'll get a decision on what went on there. They're going to call the runner out at first base. So obviously the plate umpire saw something the base umpire didn't see. So after 2 innings of play on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard, the Rockets 3 and the Flyers 1.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional. Our 1,500 square foot showroom and pro shop at bowlerstore.com is stocked with bowling balls, bags, shoes, accessories, and apparel. The pro shop is equipped with 2 drill presses, measuring devices, and bowling ball maintenance machines to keep your ball rolling great. We offer private lessons for individuals and groups. Moxie's Extra Pair inside bowlerstore.com is also available to rent for private events. Be sure to check out bowlerstore.com or visit our pro shop in Versailles, Ohio for all your bowling product needs.
Okay, we're back here at Anna for the top of the 3rd inning with the Rockets leading 3-1. And for Marion Local, it's going to be Sam Perrin leading off, followed by Rachel Parrington and Ashlyn Bowman. Perrin's had a base hit in the 1st inning. There's an off-speed pitch there by Crossan. Perrin way out in front of that pitch. Evens the count at 2-2. There's a high ball 3. So a full count on Sam Perrin. There's a ground ball to second. Nice play there by Brielle Collier. Down on one knee to pick that grounder off. And then turned and threw to first to Nyland Crossan for the first out. So you can hang a star on that one. That's going to bring up Rachel Parrington. Rachel flew out to left field in the 1st inning. There's a one hopper to first. Unable to pick it up was Crossan. So Parrington reaches first base on a base hit. Hard to judge the speed of them coming right back at you if you're on the mound, whether it's baseball or softball. She's got a glove on it, but could not come up with it. There's a line drive. Right field, that's going to be a base hit. And Parrington's going to advance all the way to third base. Ashlyn Bowman with that base hit. So with one out, Flyers are in business. Runners on the corner. That's going to bring up Brooke Hardings, the center fielder. She had a base hit in the 2nd inning. As I said before, she's the one with a 3-run homer last night for the Flyers, a 3-run walk-off homer to win the game over Tri-Village. So she has the power to get it out of here. She scored the Flyers' only run also. After that base hit, she advanced to second on a wild pitch, went to third on a wild pitch, and then scored on a fielder's choice. So a 2-1 count on Hardings. There's a ground ball to third. Weber bobbles it, and that's going to be an error on the third baseman. So Hardings gets on first, and that's going to score a run. That was Parrington that scored on the error, and Ashlyn Bowman advances to third base. So runner still on the corner for the Flyers, Olivia DeMange, is up. She struck out in the second inning. There's an attempted bunt, fouled straight back. That would be like a safety squeeze there, that the runner didn't have to come home, but they would advance the runner to second base, and if there was a throw, that's when the runner would head for the plate. And there's Hardings goes to second base on the pitch. So runners second and third now for the Flyers. A base hit would put them in the lead. A line drive right back to the pitcher. That's deflected, picked up by Collier, and she throws to first for the second out. But on the play, Ashlyn Bowman scores for the Flyers. Hardings goes to third. That's going to make the score 3-3. We're all tied up here in the top of the third inning. So Haley Wilker comes to the plate. She grounded out to second base in the second inning. It's a ground ball to Coach Muller. Throws it back in. I'm surprised they don't wipe that off. She's wiping it off on their pant leg. So 2 outs and the go-ahead run on third base for the Flyers. Wilker swings at a high off-speed pitch there. It looked good coming in, but that's a hard pitch to get a hold of. There, punches that one down the left field line over the fence, foul ball. So 2-2 count here on Haley Wilker. And there's strike 3 call, and that's the third out of the inning. So after 2.5 innings of play, it's all tied up here at Anna, 3-3.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Take your game day party to the next level with a new TV and Sonos sound system from Fowler's TV in St. Mary's. A Sonos sound system takes all the action into every room of your home and outdoors. Break your home into zones and control the content and level right from your phone or tablet, enabling you to enjoy the game or not with the touch of a finger. Add a security camera system connected to your TV from Fowler's and never leave another friend stuck outside in the cold. Fowler's TV, taking game day to the next level.
Okay, here we are in the bottom of the third inning. And for the Anna Rockets, it's going to be Olivia Place, followed by Taylor Spence and Elena Crossan. Olivia grounded out to shortstop on a forced play at second base in the first inning. There's a pop-up out of play. So we got a 2-1 count on Olivia Place. There's a pop-up right over second. The center fielder can't get to it. And that's going to be a double for Olivia Place. So Hardings comes in, but couldn't get there in time. The ball bounces right in front of her. And a good job there by Olivia Place, hustling all the way. Gets a double, so she's on second base with a go-ahead run. Taylor Spence is now the batter for Anna. She got on an error. It was a try to get a double play, and shortstop threw it over the first baseman's head, but the runner at second was out. So a forced play at second got called out. There's a ground ball to third over to first, and that is the second out. Excuse me, the first out of the inning. So a nice play there by Emily Mesher, the third baseman for the Flyers, picks up the ground ball and whips it over to first. The runner, Olivia Place, advances to third on the play. That's going to bring up Elena Crossan. Elena doubled in the first inning. There's an attempted bunt. Bunted through it. That's going to be a strike. There's a pop-up third base, and that's Emily Mesher under that, and she handles it for the second out. So a 2 out, and the runner at third is going to bring up Brandy Weber. She lined back to the pitcher in the first inning. So the Rockets still have the go-ahead run on third base. So Weber takes a strike, 0-2, 2 out. There's that off-speed pitch. Weber way out in front of it, but able to foul it back. Well, we haven't seen Bowman throw 2 of those in a row. Weber steps out.
All right, here you go,
So the count goes to 1-2. Bowman gets a sign. She didn't shake that off. And this pitch is a strike 3 swinging. So that's the third out here in the bottom of the third with the score tied. Marion 3, Anna 3. We'll be back right after this.
PSG Automotive Outfitters, your truck accessory headquarters.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Okay, leading off for the Marion Local Flyers here in the top of the fourth is going to be Ava Rose. She's going to be followed by Allison Frank. And then the top of the batting order, Emily Neatfeld. Ava Rose struck out in the second inning. Fouls that pitch off. NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school varsity softball on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503 today at 6 o'clock and Sunday, May 5th at 7 p.m. You can also watch the games on WOSN and on demand on the NKTelco Sports Facebook page and at nktelco.net. There's an off-speed pitch grounded to short. Place over to Crossan, and that's the first out here in the fourth inning. So that's going to bring up Allison Frank, and she drew a base on balls in the second inning. Takes ball one from Crossan. Elena Crossan seems to have found the groove there on the mound for the Rockets. A little wild in the first inning, but I'm not sure how much of that was a wet ball or just a little wildness. There's a base hit in the hole down out to left field by Frank. So she comes through with a base hit for the Flyers. That's going to bring up Emily Neatfeld. She had a base hit in the first inning and unfortunately tripped over second base, and the tag was put on her and she was called out for the first out of the first inning. And she popped up to the pitcher in the second inning. So the Flyers have the go-ahead run on first base with Allison Frank, and Emily Neatfeld has a chance to advance her. One out here in the top of the fourth. Swung on and fouled back, so that brings the count to 1-1 on Emily Neatfeld. There, a line drive to third, knocked down over to second base for the out, for the put out. Nice play there by Brandy Weber. Got her glove on the ball, knocked it down, picked it up, and threw to Brielle Collier at second base to get the force out. That's going to bring up Sam Perrin. She singled in the first inning and grounded out to second in the third inning. There's a pop-up behind the third. Shortstop Olivia Place goes over, calls for it, and hauls it in for the third out. So we've played 3.5 innings with the score, Marion Local 3, Anna 3. We'll be back right after these words.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Okay, welcome back here to Anna High School, where the Anna Rockets and Marion Local Flyers are all tied up here 3-3. And for Anna, leading off is going to be Carissa Edwards, followed by Nyla Crossan and Brielle Collier. There's a pop-up. Out of play. 0-1. Carissa struck out in the second inning. She led off in the second inning with that strikeout. Takes the pitch low, 1-1. She went after that high one. That's going to be fouled back out of play. 1-2 on Carissa Edwards. Fouls that one straight back. Three to 3 here on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. She takes that one, the bouncer right up over the plate. Evens the count at 2-2. That's pretty good teamwork there. The ball's flying all over the place, and umpire handled every one of them. Almost looked like a juggling act there for a little bit. So the count goes full on Carissa Edwards. There's a line drive right center field, and that's going to fall in there. That could be 2, maybe even 3. She stops at second. So leadoff double by Carissa Edwards. Hesitated. The ball went all the way to the fence. Good job out there by Brooke Hardings to get the ball in. So the go-ahead run now on second base with Nyla Crossan at the plate. She fouls it off for strike one. There's a little pop-up in the infield, and the pitcher, Ashlyn Bowman, hauls that ball in. 3 players converge on it, and Bowman hauls it in. So a pop-up to the pitcher is the first out here in the bottom of the 4th. Brielle Collier at the plate. She struck out in the second inning. So the go-ahead run is still at second base. And there's a nice play by the Flyers on the steal. The throw from Curran down to the shortstop covering third base, and that would be Rachel Parrington for the putout. So that's the second out of the inning. There's a line drive over the second baseman's head. So Collier gets on with a base hit, and that would have been interesting if it wouldn't have been a caught stealing at third on the previous play, if she could have scored from second base on that. But be that as it may, go-ahead runner now is at first base with 2 out. That's going to bring up Maggie Stiffel, the catcher for the Rockets. She was hit by a pitch in the second inning. Took one in the helmet. Fouls that one off. 1-1 on the Rocket catcher. The wind seems to have let up a little bit. The sun is trying to shine just as I say that. The breeze comes in. There's an off-speed pitch outside. She takes that for a count of 2-1. Foul back. Count remains 2-1. 2 out here in the bottom of the fourth. So Stiffel goes after a high pitch there. Let's go over a few of our sponsors here while we got some time. Wilson Health, Caring Without Limits, Precision Strip, NKT.TV, BowlerStore.com, Find the Pocket Without Emptying Yours. Carriage Works, specializing in collision repair, and that's in St. Henry, Ohio. There's a foul ball off to the left. The count remains 2-1. Cy Sweeterman, Fowler's TV, we service what we sell. Kogi Plumbing and Heating, a name you know, a name you trust. PSG Automotive Outfitters, Minster Bank, financial solutions for a lifetime. Sweeterman Pharmacy, pharmacies are located in Salina, Coldwater, Minster, New Bremen, St. Mary's, and Wapakoneta. New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, Francis Furniture. The keys to the game were brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. The replay is sponsored by Winners Meats, quality meats for 90 years. And the scoreboard sponsors First National Bank, Think First. And we will have a player of the game announced after the game. And that will be brought to you by NKTelco. So there you have your sponsors, and make sure you visit those people. They're responsible for us watching this game today. Okay, we got a count of 2-2 on Maggie Stiffel with a runner on first base, and that would be Carissa Edwards. Excuse me, that would be Brielle Collier at first. So Ashlyn Bowman with the pitch, and that's going to be strike 3 for the third out of the inning. So after 4 innings of play, the score remains 3-3. We'll be back right after these messages.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwiedemann Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
At CAPT, we use Hometown Opportunity to make sure that when we have a position open within the facility, it gets put on the website.
We've really been excited to see how that has grown so much over the last several years.
If anyone is looking for a job, it's the best place to go.
We really want to do whatever we can to get folks that are from this community back to this area.
I would recommend any manufacturing company that they take a look at it. It's a very good benefit for companies at no cost.
Ashlyn Bowman followed by Brooke Hardings. We're in the top of the 5th inning here at Anna High School, and we've got a good one going on, 3-3. Elena Crossman still on the mound for the Rockets, done a very nice job. And there's as I say that, she throws the first pitch right into the leg of Rachel Barrington. So Barrington is on base with the go-ahead run, and that's going to bring up Ashlyn Bowman. She grounded back to the pitcher in the first inning and had a base hit and scored a run in the third. And there's a little bunt, and she's going to be on board with a bunt single. And that's going to get Rachel Barrington to second base. So the go-ahead run is at second with Brooke Hardings, the batter. She singled in the second inning and grounded out in the third inning. Actually, she popped up to the third baseman, I think, in the third inning. So we'll see once what Hardings can do here. There's a fly ball to left center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit, and the runners will advance.
Here comes that grand slammy, dude.
So the bases are loaded here for the Flyers. That's going to bring up Olivia DeMange. She struck out in the second inning and grounded out to second in the third inning. So the infield of the Rockets is in for a possible play at the plate. DeMange takes the ball. Infield is way in. So she has to make contact if you demand. Here's a wild pitch, and that's going to score a run and advance the other runners up to second and third. So the Flyers go ahead 4-3 on a wild pitch by Crossan. So now runners at second and third, nobody out yet. Count of 2-0 on DeMange. Fakes the bunt. So 3-0. I would assume she'll be taking here. Now she bunts. Now the runner's in a pickle on between home and third. And she's going to be tagged out by the catcher, Steffel. So we have one out. Runners on first and second now. It's going to bring up Haley Wilker. So an attempted bunt there on a 3-0 count. And the Anna Rockets play it just right, picking up the ball and getting the runner caught between third and home in a rundown. So Haley Wilker evens the count at 1-1. She grounded out to second base in the second inning, was struck out looking in the third inning. So the Flyers with 1 run in, looking for a little insurance run there at second base if they can get her in. Got a piece of that one, goes back to the screen. So the count evens out at 2-2. We're in the top half of the 5th inning here at Anna High School on an overcast morning. So Wilker goes fishing on that one and misses. So she strikes out for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Ava Rose. Ava Rose struck out swinging in the second inning and grounded to short in the 4th inning. There's a foul ball out of play. Woo. That ball just missed the lady walking her dog. And very fortunate there. I'm not sure she knew that the ball just about hit her. The dog was just about on his own. There's another foul ball. 0-2 on Ava Rose. Well, with a base hit by Rose, we could see the insurance run from second base come in. A nice stop there by Maggie Stiffel, preventing that ball to go to the backstop. That would advance 2 runners, put them both in scoring position. Swings and got a piece of it. The count remains 1-2. That pitch is low, 2-2. Line drive right back to Crossan, and that's going to be the 3rd out. And the score is going to remain, or actually Marion wants ahead. Marion 4, Anna 3. And we'll be back right after these messages.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
We're in the bottom half of the 5th inning here at Anna, and there's a pop-up which the first baseman, Emily Neatfelt, hauls in off the bat of Carrie White for the first out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That's going to bring up Olivia Place, and she's going to be followed by Taylor Spence. Olivia grounded to shortstop in the 1st inning, and in the 3rd inning she doubled and was left stranded. So she's up in the batter's box, and she smashes a one right up the middle for a base hit. So Olivia Place is on first base with the tying run. Brings up Taylor Spence. She got on a fielder's choice in the 1st inning. And in the 3rd inning, she grounded out to 3rd base. So the Rockets have the possible tying run at first, and there's a little line drive foul ball down the right field line. There's a fly ball right center field, and over to catch that ball is Ava Rose on a nice running catch. And that's the 2nd out of the inning. Going to bring up Elena Crossan, the pitcher for the Rockets. She doubled in the 1st inning and popped up to the 3rd baseman in the 3rd inning. She takes a strike. 0-1 on the Rocket pitcher. She takes strike 2. So Olivia Place gets on a base hit, and Rockets were unable to advance her, so she's on first base. There's a fly ball to center field, and in comes Hardings and makes the catch for the 3rd out. So after 5 innings of play, it's Marion Local 4, Anna Rockets 3.
NKTelco Sports. More than 140 local high school and college games. Football, basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, and soccer. Support your local team with NKTelco Sports and promote your business to 250,000 households in Northwest Ohio. Call 1-888-NKTelco and get in the game.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Leading off for the Marion Local Flyers here in the top of the 6th inning is Allison Frank. She's going to be followed by the top of the order, Emily Neatfelt and Sam Piran. Allison takes strike 1. So Anna wants to get a 1-2-3 inning here and not let the Marion Local Flyers expand their lead, which is now 1, 4-3. Lane Crossan still on the mound for the Rockets. Done a nice job. There's a pop-up behind home plate, now to play. 1-2 the count on Allison Frank, excuse me. She walked in the second inning and had a base hit in the fourth inning. Another foul ball out of play. Count remains at 1-2. 4-3, Marion Local on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Allison takes low and inside. Ball 2 that evens the count. So Frank's waiting on the pitch, and there it is. That's low. That's going to make the count 3-2, so full count here on Allison Frank. Crossan needs a strike. She gets it. Line drive off Crossan's glove and into center field for a base hit. That's a second base hit for Allison Frank. She smoked that ball right up the middle. Crossan got her glove up, made contact with the ball, but it still had enough momentum to go out into center field. We're going to have a pinch runner for Frank, and it's going to be number 12, and that is Allie Tate, pinch running for the Flyers. Thank you. And we'll see if Tate stays in the ball game or if she's just pinch running for Frank. There's a swing and a miss by Neatfelt for strike one. Neatfelt singled in the first, popped up to the pitcher in the second, and hit into a forced play in the fourth. So 0-2 on the leadoff batter for the Flyers, Emily Neatfelt. She's going to be followed by Sam Perrin. So the Flyers have the top of the order here with a runner on first base. There's a line drive down the left field line. That's going to be foul. Just foul by about maybe 2-3 feet. She got a lot of that softball. It was hooking, and it didn't get down in time. So Neatfelt makes good contact on that pitch. Oh and 2 it remains. There's a pitch high, throw down to second base, and that's going to advance the runner to third base. The throw goes off line. Tell you, that'd be Tate on her way to second base. She kind of stopped and hesitated between first and second, and that threw everybody off, even the timing on the throw. and it goes out to center field, and Tate advances to third base. So there's an insurance run for the Flyers if they can get her in. I would assume the infield's going to be playing in again. Definitely at short. Second base is even with the baseline, maybe a couple steps behind there. So a ground ball to the right side probably will score a run. The first baseman's in front of the bag, so anywhere into the middle of the infield will be a run. There's a line drive past Coach Moeller. That's going to make the count 2-2 on Emily Neatfeld. Swings at that high pitch. That follows that straight back. Count remains 2-2. So Neatfeld's looking for contact. Anna's looking for a strikeout or a possible play at the plate. And there they get the strikeout looking. So Crossman comes up with a big strikeout there. That's first out here in the 6th inning. That's going to bring up Sam Piran. She singled in the first, grounded out to second in the third, and popped up to short in the 4th. Takes that high pitch, ball 1. So things stay the same as they were for Neatfeld. Piran's looking for contact. Anna's looking for a possible play at the plate. 1-1 is the count on Piran. There's a ball, goes back to the backstop, and Tate's going to score, and that's going to make the score 5-3 in favor of Marion Local. So, wild pitch, ball bounces in front of the plate and gets past Stiffel and goes to the backstop. That's a big run for the Flyers. So Piran still at the plate with a 2-1 count now. There's a line drive left field, base hit for Piran. It's going to bring up Rachel Parrington. Flew out to left field in the first, singled in the third, and was hit by a pitch to lead off the 5th.
Find the grass out there, Rachel.
So 1 run in and 1 out here in the top of the 6th. There's a bunt. Crossman picks it up and throws it wild to first, over the first baseman's head. And here comes Neatfeld in to score, or Piran, comes in to score. And Parrington goes into second base on the error by the pitcher. So the score now 6-3 in favor of Marion Local. As Perrion scores on the error by the pitcher. At the plate now is Ashlyn Bowman. Grounded out to the pitcher in the first, got a single and scored a run in the third, and also singled in the 5th, so she's 2 for 3. Takes the ball low and inside. So a 1-1 count as we got time for the shortstop Olivia Place to retire her shoe. She's got that handled. We're back in business.
Get the out hard and then hard 3. You know, just run over them.
Pitch by Crossman's high. 2-1 on Allison Ashlyn Bowman. That's about the second time I messed that up. Ashlyn Bowman. There's a fly ball, center field. White drops it. And Parrington advances to third base on the air. And Ashlyn Bowman comes through with a fly ball aired by the center fielder. So runners at second and third for the Flyers. It's going to bring up Brooke Hardings, center fielder. Going to have a conference at the mound on what they want to do. So 2 straight errors here by the Rockets here in the top of the 6th. Could become costly with only 1 out. That would have been the second out of the inning. Instead, 1 out with runners at second and third, and Brooke Hardings at the plate. She scored a run in the second inning. That had been Marion Local's first run of the ball game. Took a strike there to even the count at 1-1. Ball's high and outside, ball 2. She's the 6th batter of the inning here for the Flyers. The ball is low, bounces on the plate, and good stop there by Maggie Stiffel. She prevented another run scoring. Another nice stop by Stiffel. 6-3, Marion Local lead. And Brooke Hardings takes the base on balls, goes to first base, and that's going to load the bases for Olivia DeMange. Struck out in the second inning, grounded to second in the third inning, and a fielder's choice in the 5th inning. So the infield is in again, way in, for a possible play at the plate. And Crossan is a little low this inning. Bounced 3 or 4 of them here in the last couple batters.
Find a way.
Another one bounced 2 or 3 feet in front of the plate. She's making Maggie Stiffel work. There, she got it over. It's going to make the count 2-1 on Olivia DeMange. There's a ground ball to third. Comes home. There's 1 out. And that's all they're going to get. So a nice play there by Brandy Weber. Comes up with the ground ball, throws it home to Maggie Stiffel for the second out of the inning. going to bring up Haley Wilker. She's the 8th batter here for Marion Local here in the 6th inning. Base is still juiced for the Flyers. There's a fly ball out in the short center field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. 2 runs are going to score. And the throw gets over the catcher's head. Here comes a 3rd run. So the Flyers are going to go up 9-3. On a base hit by Haley Wilker. So she clears the bases with a little bloop single into center field. Ava Rose is at the plate now for the Flyers. So the Flyers are batted around here in the 6th. 5 runs across here in the 6th inning. Ava struck out in the 2nd inning, grounded out to short in the 4th, lined back to the pitcher in the 5th. So the Flyers with 3 hits here in the 6th inning, accompanied by 2 errors on the Rockets. Leads to 5 runs. So Ava Rose walks. She'll go to first base on the base on balls. And here we have, well, Tate came in to run for Frank the last inning. Actually, this inning, they've batted around. So now we have number 6, Allison Frank back at the plate. She re-enters for Tate. So Tate is out of the ball game, and Frank had that base hit to lead off this inning, and then was taken out for a pinch runner. Now she re-enters in the same inning. You don't see that very often. So this is their 2nd time up to bat here in the 6th inning. And there's a line drive off the shortstop. Olivia places glove out to left center, and that's going to score another run for the Flyers, making the score 10-3 Flyers. So another base hit by Allison Frank. There's a high pitch. Runners on 2nd and 1st now with 2 out. The Rockets need an out. There's a strike. That's going to even the count at 1-1 on Emily Neatfelt. That pitch is over Stiffel's head. That's going to go to the backstop, and that's going to advance the runners again up to 2nd and 3rd. Neatfelt struck out looking in this inning the first time she was up in the 6th. She takes strike 2. 2-2.
Good kid, come on now. Come on, defense.
There's a swing and a miss. A throw down the first for the third out. So, after 5.5 innings of play, it's the Marion Local Flyers 10 and the Anna Rockets 3.
Minster Dental Care continues to offer advanced dental technology in a state-of-the-art facility. Our professional team offers experience in general dentistry and orthodontics, including services such as CERA and wireline orthodontics. Board-certified pediatric dentist Dr. Philip Slonkowski ensures our littlest patients have a positive, safe, and a comfortable experience. We are unconditionally committed to excellence in everything we do.
Brand presence is everything. Is it time to create a video that promotes your business? NKTelco has the solution with NKT Productions. NKT Productions can create a national caliber commercial or video specifically to your business needs and demographics. Utilize NKTelco ad insertion and your video is made available to 6,000 plus subscribers in 8 local communities on 23 major networks. Take advantage of the overwhelming traffic that video gets. Visit nktelco.net for more information.
Welcome back here to Anna High School, where Anna's going to have number 5, 6, and 7 place hitters up. Brandy Weber leads off the bottom of the 6th for the Anna Rockets, and she pops up to the second baseman for the first out. So we're going to bring up Carissa Edwards. She struck out in the second inning, and in the 4th inning was on a double and then was caught stealing. So the Rockets need some runs. Edwards takes low, ball 2, 2-0. Ball 3, 3-0. So Ashlyn Bowman having a little trouble finding the strike zone here against Carissa Edwards. There's a ground ball in the hole. Nice play by the shortstop. Wow, what a play. Rachel Parrington deep in the hole. Fires a strike over to Emily Neatfelt for the second out. And you can hang a star on that one. So a nice play there by Parrington. That's a big time play. We're going to bring up Nyla Crossan, the first baseman for the Rockets. So Chris Edwards runs that count to 3-0 and then gets thrown out by a great play there by Rachel Parrington. So we got a 1-2 count now on Crossan. There's that changeup way out in front of it. That's going to go down as a strikeout for the third out of the innings. So after 6 innings of play, it's still the Marion Local Flyers 10 and the Anna Rockets 3.
The big game is right around the corner. Are you ready for it? Come into Francis Furniture and find the right fit for you and your friends in our Lazy Boy Comfort Studio. With Lazy Boy Premier sofa and sectionals, you can custom order a look that's just your style. Choose from hundreds of decorator fabrics or choose genuine leather for its luxurious feel and durability. Come into Francis Furniture today, the area's only Lazy Boy Comfort Studio.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique.
in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Okay, here we are in the top of the 7th inning, and for the Marion Local Flyers, it's going to be Brielle Collier. Excuse me. Flip that over. We got Marion at the plate. It's going to be Sam Piran leading off for the Flyers, followed by Rachel Parrington and Ashlyn Bowman. There's a fly ball deep to center field, and that's over the center fielder's head, all the way to the fence. And Piran goes standing up with a double. So Piran got all that right over the head of Carrie White. Rolls all the way to the fence. So Marion with the leadoff batter on second, and Rachel Parrington up at the plate. Rachel singled and scored in the 6th inning, one of 6 runs that the Flyers scored in the 6th. Ten to 3 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. We're in the top of the 7th. The rain held off. Field has dried out quite a bit since the beginning of the ball game. There's a strike, 3-1 on Parrington. She flied out to left in the first, singled in the 3rd, hit by a pitch in the 5th, got on an error in the 6th. There's a pop-up. The 3rd baseman, Brandy Weber, hauls that in for the first out here in the 7th inning. It's going to bring up Ashlyn Bowman. For the Flyers. Grounded back to the pitcher in the 1st, singled in the 3rd and scored a run. Also singled in the 5th and got on an error by the pitcher in the 6th. She hits a fly ball deep to right field. That's got a chance, and that's out of here. Ashlyn Bowman with a 2-run homer here in the 7th. That's going to make the score 12-3 in favor of the Marion Local Flyers. She got all that ball, and the wind did not help that at all. Puts it over the right field fence at about the 210 mark. So 1 out, and that's going to bring out Brooke Hardings. There's the replay of that. And it just kept going and going. No more room out there for Carissa Edwards. So 12-3 in favor of the Marion Local Flyers. The last 2 innings have not been very kind to the Anna Rockets. Marion Local scored 6 in the 6th. And they've scored 2 here in the 7th. And there's a ground ball foul, running the count to 2-2. Foul ball straight back. Count remains 2-2. Another one low. Bounces. Full count here on Brooke Hardings. Brooke has scored 2 runs here in the ball game. Takes ball 4, moves it down to first base. Going to bring up Olivia DeMange. Olivia struck out in the 2nd inning, grounded out the 2nd in the 3rd, got on a fielder's choice in the 5th, and scored a run in the 6th. She had a ground ball to 3rd, and they threw it home. The bases were loaded on a force play of fielder's choice in the 6th. 1-1 on Olivia DeMange, the second baseman for the Flyers.
Stay in there, O. Stay in there, O.
There's a line drive to center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. So runners on 2nd and 1st after a base hit by DeMange, and that's going to bring up Haley Wilker. So 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Have a force play at any bag. It's a fly ball. It's going to be a foul ball down the left field line.
Short.
There's a fly ball in the center field. White under it, hauls it in for the out, throws the second base. And she's going to be safe. It looked like she left awfully early, but fly ball center field. So 2 out here in the top of the 7th.
Hey, so what are you?
Ava Rose comes to the plate for the Flyers.
What are you talking about?
Ground ball, second baseman can't handle it off the pitcher's glove, and Collier come in to field the ball, and it got away from her. So runners advance on the base hit by Ava Rose. So another runner scores, making the score 13-3 in favor of the Flyers. Runners on 1st and 3rd. And Allison Frank is at the plate again. She's been pretty busy here the last 2 innings. There's a line drive, base hit. Allison Frank drives in another run. 14-3 in favor of the Flyers. And for Allison, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 hits for Allison Frank. Quite a day, 4 for 5. And the Flyers have batted around. Emily Neatfelt, her first time up here in the 7th inning. She's the 9th hitter here in the 7th. A nice stop there again by Maggie Stiffel. She's seen a lot of balls bounce in front of her. able to stop nearly all of them. Ground ball to third. Nice play there by Weber. Picks the ball up, steps on third base, and that's going to be the third out of the 7th inning. So after 6.5, 14 Marion Local, Anna 3. We'll be back right after this.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Our 1,500 square foot showroom and pro shop at bowlerstore.com is stocked with bowling balls, bags, shoes, accessories, and apparel. The pro shop is equipped with 2 drill presses, measuring devices, and bowling ball maintenance machines to keep your ball rolling great. We offer private lessons for individuals and groups. Moxie's Extra Pair inside bowlerstore.com is also available to rent for private events. Be sure to check out bowlerstore.com or visit our pro shop in Versailles, Ohio for all your bowling product needs.
Okay, leading off here in the bottom of the 7th for the Anna Rockets is Brielle Collier. She struck out in the 2nd, had a base hit in the 5th. So Ashlyn Bowman still on the mound for the Flyers. Count evens out at 1-1 on Brielle Collier. Now 1-2. Whoa, that was a little low bridge there. Luckily it missed her head. There's a base hit to right by Brielle Collier. So Anna gets their leadoff hitter on. That's going to bring up Maggie Stiffel, and then we're going to go to the top of the order, Carrie White. She hits one foul down the third baseline. 0-1 on Maggie Stiffel. She was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning and scored a run for the Rockets and struck out in the 4th. There's a changeup again, and it's grounded foul down the third base line. She's had quite a bit of success keeping hitters off balance with the off-speed pitch. Swing and a miss. That's going to be a strikeout and the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Carrie White. Carrie singled in the 1st, grounded out to short in the 2nd, popped up to the first baseman in the 5th, and there's a line drive base hit to right field. Now they got the runner caught between 2nd and 3rd, and she's going to be safe at third base. So luckily, she made it to 3rd. And Carrie White advances to 2nd base after her single. So the 2nd base hit by the Rockets here in the bottom of the 7th. There's a line drive left center field, and that's going to go out there for another base hit. And 2 runners score for Anna. So Anna, 2 runs here in the bottom of the 7th, making the score 14-5 on a base hit by Olivia Place. She actually a double. And that's going to bring up Taylor Spence. So 2 runs here are in for the Rockets. There's a ground ball to third. Barrington over to Neatfelt, and that's out number 2. Brings up Elena Crossan. The Anna pitcher has doubled in the first. Popped up to third in the 3rd and flied out to center in the 5th. So Olivia Place is on third base. 0-1 on Elena Crossan. The Rockets are down to their final out. It's high on an off-speed pitch. Ball 1. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. So the Rockets are down to their final strike right now. There's a ground ball to first. Emily Neatfeld has it, steps on the bag, and that's out number 3. That ends the ball game. The final score, Marion Local 14, Anna 5.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Take your game day party to the next level with a new TV and Sonos sound system from Fowler's TV in St. Mary's. A Sonos sound system takes all the action into every room of your home and outdoors. Break your home into zones and control the content and level right from your phone or tablet, enabling you to enjoy the game or not with the touch of a finger. Add a security camera system connected to your TV from Fowler's and never leave another friend stuck outside in the cold. Fowler's TV, taking game day to the next level.
PSG Automotive Outfitters, your truck accessory headquarters.
Welcome back here to Anna High School, where we've witnessed a 14-3 victory for the Marion Local Flyers over the Anna, 14-5, victory over the Anna Rockets. Marion Local had 14 runs on 16 hits, no errors, whereas Anna ended the game with 5 runs, 10 hits, and 4 errors. So our player of the game this afternoon, and it was unanimous once again, Allison Frank for the Marion Local Flyers. She was the designated player. She ended up with 4 hits, scored a run. So she was 4 for 4 with a walk. So she had quite an afternoon, or quite a morning for the Marion Local Flyers. She was the 9th place hitter, and they got a lot of production out of Allison Frank. So congratulations to Allison Frank. So that wraps up things here from the Anna High School. Again, the final score, Marion Local 14, Anna Rockets 5. So have a good afternoon.